我叫臧虎虎，今年31岁，14年参加的工作，在林业技术员的岗位上干了有5年。
The mere mention of Yan'an may conjure up images of Loess Plateau with barren land and desolate gullies, but now these have become a thing of the past. When you look at the satellite view of Yan'an, it's mostly coated with green. So what has brought such changes over the years?
我管辖的林子吧有2万多亩，就是那会儿有这个政策，就响应政府的号召嘛，屯垦还林。
Over 1,300 hectares. In the past, it would be hard to imagine that green forests in Yan'an would have reached such a scale. Located on the Loess Plateau, Yan'an used to be vulnerable to sandstorms and floods with 258 million tons of mud and sand washing into the Yellow River each year. Locals reclaimed farmland on the steep slopes and sandy land to increase grain supply and shake off poverty. However, the barren soil and arid climate didn't bring them much grain yield, but instead damaged the ecological environment. At the end of the 20th century, the area of soil erosion in Yan'an reached over 28,000 square kilometers, accounting for 78% of the total area.
小的时候到春秋2季，它就是漫天的风沙，就是也看不到太阳那种感觉。你穿了那个新衣服，家长不让你出去玩。2000年以后就好些了，好转了。现在基本上见不到了，我们这边是见不到那个沙尘暴了。
Such tremendous changes were possible due to China's Grain for Green program initiated in 1999, in which around 286,000 local rural households participated by converting their farmlands into forest areas. When the last generation finished planting these green forests, it became the younger generation's job to protect them. Zhang and his colleagues have been busy doing the National Forest Inventory for the last year, a method to assess and monitor the forest resources.
一类清查是5年1次嘛，主要是记录一下它那个林份5年的变化，它就记录一些草本，然后是灌木、林木。土壤，主要就是灌木的盖度的话，还有草本的盖度，还有林木的续集、林木的更新状况。
我们俩是体力劳动。
It's time for lunch. As going up and down the mountains takes much time and energy, they usually eat in the forest.
上山需要2-3个小时吧，因为一瓶矿泉水，是从早上9点。到下午5、6点，有时候更晚。
3年以后，感觉胃就太好了，经常胃酸，喝凉的吃甜食就容易胃酸。
The forest rangers' work is not as easy as it looks. Every day, they go deep into the forest and conduct sample surveys. The forests are located far away and the areas are sparsely populated. Sometimes they'll have to stay a night on the mountain to continue working early in the next morning. Tonight, they decided to borrow a night at the nearby watchtower.
辛苦了，辛苦了。来。
Zhao Qiming is a 55-year-old ranger in a local forest farm. He has been stationed at this watchtower for years, observing the fire hazards of the surrounding 20,000 hectares of forest. Every 2 or 3 hours, he will go up to the top and watch the forest. It's been over 2 decades now, and he's accustomed to guarding the mountains and the forest.
好，再见啊！
Next morning, Zhang and others waved goodbye to the senior ranger to start their new day at work. By the end of 2018, about 718,000 hectares of farmland had been covered by forests. The forest coverage rate grew from 34% to 52%, and the vegetation coverage increased from 46% to 81%. The amount of silt flowing into the Yellow River has dropped drastically to 31 million tons per year. This all contributed to less dusty weather in Yan'an. The number of days with good air quality has increased from 238 days in 2001 to 315 days in 2018.
上一代他们是造好林，我们这一代就是守好这片林子，护住这个绿水青山吧。
Like Zhang Huhu and Zhao Qiming, there are over 3,000 forest rangers in Yan'an. For the past 2 decades, they've witnessed incredible changes there. So far, over 41 million households have attended the Grain for Green program nationwide, benefiting 158 million farmers. Along with the improved environment and infrastructure, ecological restoration has brought new economic opportunities and new hopes.